Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to discuss just kind of the strategy throughout the season. I'm at the 6th event right now, about halfway through the season, just right after the 5th race. And now you kind of, you're obviously doing strategy the entire time. I believe this is the one in which I voted for no refueling, because obviously short length races, the real limiting factor is the fuel tank, so I figured maybe I can pull out even more race victories if I really conserve on the tires and make no stops during a race. So we'll see how that works next season. But this is the tried and true strategy that I found, which is getting a good driver in the middle of the season. And so we're going to go ahead and get Falco Engelhart. Okay, number 1 driver. We'll try just 1 click up because wages aren't very important. And for a long contract. And these aren't very important, so we won't worry about those. I'll give him 2 clicks. So we'll go ahead and send that off to him. Now the reason why you want to pick up a driver halfway through is because the reverse order standings. Right now, this is less impactful because we're playing as a really crappy team. So we're already really close to the front to begin with. However, just the fact that you can start from first and about halfway through the season you're coming online with all your parts. In fact, I have built all my parts. I'm just improving them and getting them up to the correct level of performance and stuff. So, if we hire Falco Engelhart on as the number 1 driver, then the idea is that he'll start from the front. We'll give him the best car that we have produced so far this entire year, and then hopefully he can get a great start and then just drive away and we can secure a couple first places. Now, you might be thinking, well, you're going to fly back through the field. However, if you wait till halfway through the season, even the lowest person has more than 1 race win. In points, not actual race wins. So it's going to take you a couple race wins just to move back to 2nd place, and they're getting more and more points as the season goes on. And the hope is that you get enough points, and your car isn't fully up to snuff yet whenever you start this strategy. So the hope is that the final race, you're still in first. You're starting first. And then you can just get away and you can get the first win, and there's double points for the last race. Now, as you can see, things haven't gone my way really this season. It's very easy to get 8th and above with the low financial package. And I did use this strategy to get to 4th because I won the last race and got 40 extra points. So this is a tried and true racing strategy that I would definitely suggest using. Now, the whole point of this as well is just scouting. What drivers do you want? I prefer unemployed because they will go for the least amount of money because they don't have a job. But other than that, go for reserve drivers and other drivers within your championship. I don't know why. Oh, I was scouting all the young drivers, and that's why I have this person scouted, which he's never gonna race for me. Okay, and as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've built a scouting facility because I still have a bunch of available budget. So I went ahead and I started building that, so that should be ready by the off season, and we can get our 2nd driver, hopefully for a cheap price as well. And then another thing that you want to see is his marketability. This is another reason why I wanted him, is for his marketability. And if I manage to get him before the next race, I will show you how much this skyrockets our marketability, which is very important. Okay, so our factory has just finished building. Now we could build new buildings as well. I might do that on the off season. We really want to get our our whole factory and everything get going, and really build that up as well. Because the better our factory and stuff is, the more stuff that we can upgrade and the better parts that we can build. So as you can see now, we can add some things in as far as performance stuff and wise. So we'll put this in, and we'll put this in as well. And as you can see, we doubled our allocation here. So we'll go ahead and put 10, 10. And that should bring them all up to a pretty good level before the next race. So I'm going to go ahead and I can choose a vote. This is going to cost $1 million. But if you have the Politico, it's free. So I'm going to go ahead and choose refueling ban as soon as I can find it. Fueling ban. We're going to see how this goes. And then if we get another vote, we can go with Cortez tires, because these will last even longer. So I might be able to race without stopping. I don't know how that's going to affect the AI, but this is all about experimentation and trying to get the edge. Okay, Falco Engenhart has signed. Now we promised him #1 spot. However, look at her cost to break versus his cost to break. So we're going to promote the reserve driver in for Faith Anthony. She's going to get angry. I'm going to sign Falco Engenhart for Nano. That way, we only have to spend that much for a breaking contract. Okay, and now we have our star driver. Now this technically is still equal status, but whenever we sign him again, we'll put him at #2 slot. We have 3 slots here as well. We're going to go ahead with the upfront payment because we're probably not going to get second above. Well, we're going to go upfront payment. It's guaranteed money. We might be able to get... No. Yeah, we're going to go upfront payment. Because obviously the hope of that strategy is to land in first or second. And as you can see, our sponsor appeal has gone up. Although, for some reason, his marketability has shot down. Ah. Good old-fashioned temporary driver trait, like I was warning yesterday in the stats thing. So... I mean, obviously, 56 is still way better than what Faith Anthony's was, but it's not as great. Now, another thing that I mentioned early on was picking up Hung Lao as a reserve driver. However, I mean, we can pick him up, and he probably is one of the best reserve drivers in our championship, if not the best. However, he just costs so much. Right, like, if you look at our finances now... See, we're already up to 1.2 million again from the 400 or so, or 655,000. So we don't want to dig ourselves too deep into a hole. That's what we're trying to avoid. Okay. And we obviously want this to pass, so we're going to vote for, and we're going to use both of our votes. Okay. Well, that's not how it went the last time. So I'll probably go back through and just kind of finagle that until it accepts it. Because I really want to test that out. But we'll go ahead and we'll finish up. This is a very interesting dilemma. So Andre Gomez, our secondary driver, I get the chance to allow him to go rogue. And he gets renewed passion, which is very interesting. I've never had this happen before. I've heard about it. There's even an achievement for it as well. So we're going to go ahead and we'll try Gone Rogue and see just how well he does. Basically, we can't control him during the race anymore. So we'll see how that goes. And so we're now on to the next race. And so, just kind of recap what I did this episode. I was just trying to show you kind of what I've been doing I didn't want to show every race. Basically, I'm building buildings in my headquarters. I've opted for the cheapest building, the scouting facility, and I've also, as I said in the first episode, went ahead and got the factory level 2. And as far as that, I went ahead and got a new secondary driver who will now start in first, as you can see. And even we can even switch out Gomez for Faith Anthony near the end as well, so we can have a 1-2 start if we so feel like it. But yeah, it's going so far so good. We're not hitting our goal yet, but with this strategy, I really recommend you using it, especially in the ERS. If you're in the GT series or the higher up single-seater series, don't use it. There's also a few more strategies as far as long-term goes that I'll give you near the end of the season. I'll do a end season and a start of a new season sort of strategy thing, make you understand about all the stuff there. But that's all for now. I'll go ahead and race this race. I might load back and try the refueling ban, but with Gomez gone rogue, I really want to give that out for a try. Let you know how that goes. And yeah, so tomorrow should be the end of the season strategies and the start of a new season and what you want to do. All right. Thanks for watching.